But very honestly speaking, very rarely we'll be using that. EL and JSTL very rarely we'll be using. We'll be going with normal scriptlet tags only. Anyways, so these are all the concepts which are covered in our last class. Now today, almost completed only one concept there is there. Only one concept I'll show you right now. But before going to that, we already know MVC architecture. Yes or no? MVC architecture, model view controller architecture. Basically, there are two types of architectures are there, guys. When you're speaking about MVC architecture, two types, tier 1 and tier 2. Just let me, okay. When you're speaking about MVC architecture, there are two types. What are those? Model 1 architecture, which is most commonly known as tier 1. Model 2, that is tier 2. Let's go with model 1 and model 2. Anyway, no problem. When you're speaking about model 1 architecture, are you understanding me? Please respond. I am speaking about MVC architecture, model view controller architecture. We already know, we already seen what is this MVC architecture. But in general, there are two types of MVC architectures are there. First one is model 1, tier 1 architecture. Second one is model 2, tier 2. We already done a project on type 2, that is model 2 architecture. Tell me one thing, in model 2, MVC, M model means I told you all the, DAO classes will be there. Are you understanding me? Model means whatever the code which we are actually writing to deal with database. Database. Tell me which classes actually dealt with databases. Tell me in our electronics e-commerce project. Tell me. I'm sorry. DB Connect 1, DB Info 2, Pojo classes, DAO layers. Yes? Yes or no? All these will be coming under model. Model. View. View means literally the UI, view page. Generally, where we will be writing the view page? JSP. Are you understanding me? View means nothing but JSP. That's it. HTML, JSP, CSS. That's it. Not more than that. Okay, that is view. Controller means our servlet logic. Where we will be writing the servlet logic inside the servlets package. Na? Come on. So MVC architecture, model, all the DAO classes, DB Connect, DB Info, basically the code which is actually dealing with the database. I repeat, model means the code which is actually dealing with the database. It may be DB Connect, it may be DB Info, it may be a Pojo class, it may be a DAO layer. All these will be connecting with the database. Na? That logic is known as model. View, JSP, presentation logic, JSP. In the JSP only, we'll be writing center tags, H1, H2, UI. You added UI, na? Respond. JSP. Controller means literally business logic. Where we, I mean, what is the use of servlet? Servlet will accept the request, process, and generate the response that is actually controlling. Controller logic means the logic which we are writing inside the servlet. That is model 2. Model 2 architecture. Model 2 architecture. First browser will be there. Just let me. Okay. Now, from the browser, we'll be sending a request. When I say request, it may be a login, it may be view products, it may be adding the products, deleting the products, basically any request. From the browser, we'll be sending a request. That request will be going to the architecture here. We'll be having the controller logic, like servlet logic, and that from that servlet logic, once request is processed, we will be dealing with the JSP. In that process, we will deal with Java Beans also, na? Java Beans, like Java Beans, DAO layer, which will be interacting with the database. When you're speaking about this model, that is Java Beans, as of now, we have used JDBC. Yes or no? We use JDBC, Advanced Java, JDBC. In Spring, we will be using Spring JDBC. How to connect your JDBC through Spring? And there is ORM tools also there, like object relational mapping tools, like Hibernate. That's also a separate framework that also will be covered in Spring Boot. Am I clear with this? So, in order to deal with model, we are having three options. First one, directly through JDBC, which we already covered. Second one, connecting JDBC through Spring. You need to discuss that. Third one, separate framework, Hibernate. As of now, Hibernate is no one is using that. It is actually integrated with Spring only. Am I clear with this? So Spring JDBC ORM tools later. We already discussed about JDBC. Up to now, is it clear? Please respond. This is actually model 2 architecture. Now tell me one thing. When you're speaking about beans, we can directly access the beans in JSP also. Nana, do you remember that? Set property, get property. We use a bean tag is there. Come on, guys. I'm speaking about this bean class. Normal general Java code. Okay, we'll be creating a bean class and we'll be trying to call setter methods and getter methods. Now, what I'm speaking is instead of servlets, directly we can set the property and get the property in JSP also by using use bean tag. Did you remember that? We already use it now. Yes? Okay. So basically we can access the beans directly in the JSP. Okay. And you know that request.get parameter, req.get parameter. Generally we will be using this req.get parameter, get parameter. Where we will be using this method? In the servlet. In the servlet, no? HTML input type equal to text, name equal to uname. Now in the servlet, I'll be able to access req.get parameter name. Yes, same code I'll be able to write in JSP also. We already used that. In JSP, instead of req, what we will be writing? Request. Absolutely. Directly request is there. Request dot get parameter. 9 implicit objects are available now. Whatever the things which we can do with servlet, exactly the same things we can do with JSP also without using servlet. That is model 1. In model 1, what happened? Everything like controller logic, presentation logic, bean classes, everything will be taken care by JSP. Can you see this? User will be sending a request. That request will be directly coming to the JSP. In the JSP only, we will process the request. In the JSP, from the JSP only, we'll be trying to go with another JSP. And starting in our advanced Java servlets, we used it like a form action. We gave the URL. You need to speak. And in the servlet, we have used web servlet annotation URL. Last 4 to 5 programs back, form action directly I gave JSP. Load.jsp, controller.jsp. Yes. So instead of servlet, directly I'm forwarding it to JSP. Means by eliminating servlet directly, we can write entire data in the JSP also. Actually, last 10 to 15 years before, without using servlet, only with JSP also, projects are done. But it's way much more complicated. It's not purely MVC. So basically two types, two models, model 1, model 2. In model 1, everything will be taken care by. In model 1, everything will be taken care by JSP. In model 2, we are actually separating for controller one domain, for view one domain, for model one domain. Are you understanding me? Please respond. Now tell me one thing, online e-commerce website, that is model 1 or model 2 architecture? Model 2 architecture. Last 4 to 5 projects we had done with model 1 architecture. Yes or no? That's it, not more than that. So I'll update this in the Google Classroom. No need to write all this. Is that clear? Online students, I want you to kindly please respond to the chat for me. Is that clear? Not more than that. Is the advantage of model 2, separation of code, obviously. easily we'll be able to find out where is the problem. Servlets all one package, DAO all one package. Where is the problem? Easily we'll be able to find out. Normal common uses, reusability, flexibility, and scalability, as simple as this. Now, we'll do one thing. Please, everyone open your laptops, please. Everyone open your Eclipse. Open your database also for me. Go ahead. And open in product table. Product table. In e-commerce website, we use the product table. Na? Open the product table. Is it done? Now, please run your e-commerce website. Please run your project e-commerce. Okay. Now, log in as admin. Please log in as admin. Log in as admin and add product. Give a click on add product. In your product table, what is the first product code? In your product table, what is the first product code? I'm sorry, two. You? Okay, do one thing. Everyone is having already a product code is available now? Yes? Give existing product code again. One more time. Means P101. Right now I'm having here P101. I can go with P101, P109, P102, anything. Remember, you know that product code is a primary key. It's a primary key, right? What I want you to do is give existing duplicate product code. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go. Go ahead. P101. Right now, I'm gonna give again P101. I'll go with the watch. Watch is already there. Okay, I'll go with air purifier. Okay, air purifier product company, some Xiaomi, 75,000 product quantity, some 200. Okay. Now add product. Add. You are getting what you are getting? Are you getting exactly like this? Yes? Please tell me that. The reason why we are getting like this, because let me get back here. First things first, online students, I hope you are getting like, okay. The reason why we are getting like that, because in the console, please check, there should be this exception. Can you see that? SQL integrity constraint violation exception. Now, could you please tell me why we are getting that exception? Why? Why do you think that we are getting that exception? You already know this. Because duplicate product ID. That is the reason we are getting that exception. And here, where, okay, here, product data insertion failed. Okay. I mean, where we got that, just let me try to open servlet. Please open servlet package and add product servlet. add product servlet. Okay. And here directly we are writing if row count equal to 0, row count equal to 0, throw new runtime exception. Yes, that is the reason we are getting that exception. And here we have given product data insertion failed. Okay. Now, this is basically an error code. Okay. There are lot of error codes are there. Sometimes we need to write our own error code. We'll do one thing. Do me a small favor. Here in this code, just write some small enhancement. That is, if row count is greater than 0, edit. I want you to edit right now. If row count is greater than 0, like this. Edit it right now. Please edit. Okay. Basically, I did not write any else part. Now let's try to execute the same project one more time. Refresh. I mean, not refresh, run it one more time. As we have done the changes in our Java program, please run your project one more time. Okay. Admin login, admin, NIT, login, add product, P101, product name air purifier, product company Xiaomi, some product price 25,000, some 200, add product. Now, am I getting anything? You are getting empty, na? Nothing is coming there, right? Please respond. Online students, I want you to kindly please respond, guys. It's literally an empty page. You're not getting to do one thing. Where is this DAO? This DAO, add product DAO. Go to add product DAO. Please go to add product DAO, everyone. There we are actually printing the exception message. E.print stack trace method, we are literally printing the exception message. So do one thing, throw THROW, throw E, throw, don't print, throw the exception. And here THROWS throws directly, you can write exception. Please check that, take time, no problem. Let everyone keep it. Everyone kindly please do this. Silent. And whenever we are writing throws exception here, I guess everyone completed exception handling in our core Java. Obviously, if you are writing throws clause, throws keyword, wherever you are calling that method, there also you need to write throws keyword, or you need to handle by using try, catch, finally. So now please go to add product servlet, add product servlet. Please observe line number 21 to up to here. Cut, cut. This is the code. That entire code, cut. Okay. Now write try catch. Try CATCH catch EXEPTN exception E. Inside the try block, write the code. Copy paste. Just paste. Inside the try block, paste the code. Whatever the code which is previously present, write that inside the try block. Now request dot set attribute, just try to write message E, keep it like that. Request dot get request dispatcher, I'm going to forward it to ERR or error dot JSP dot forward request response. Just try to write this. Listen to me once, Ra. Please listen. Previously, what we did, in our previous code, whenever we are getting an exception, immediately we are throwing the exception. I mean, we are trying to print the exception message. Right now, what I'm doing, if there is any problem occurred here, instead of directly printing, I'm actually throwing that exception so that I'll be able to handle it in its calling method. So where I am calling this method, I'm actually trying to call that method here. Here, I'm trying to write the catch block and whatever the exception object which I'm getting to get, which I'm actually getting here in my DO class, I'm passing that as a value for this message. Okay. Now you tell me after this, which page we need to create. Let's go. Let's try to create error.jsp web app. Go to new, select JSP, error error.jsp. Give a click on next and finish. Error.jsp created. Now here, let me just try to go like C. Okay. CNTS center tag H1. Let me just try to close my H1. Now I'm going to use a scriptlet tag here and request 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 dot get attribute. What is the name I have given? Message. Just like that. Message. Now equal to string message. Just like this. Now, of course, let me just try to typecast it into a request. Done. Now here, I'm going to use an expression tag equal to message. I just want to print. And along with this view, okay, adding the data. Hang on. Let me just try to expand this admin home. I'm just going to use all these one more time. Just like that. Okay. Try to use BR and BR. Enough.